Real talk. Tell you, man. You get jammed up, don't mention my name. Give me Lord. No, I ain't living right. Gotta feed the blood, nigga. Starving, nigga. Appetite. It's there.
Over to got this shit from CBS, Al Setting.
Eyeball that shit. You see, I ain't had to put man let it drip in nothing. Is you a trapper or is you not a trapper?
Are you a trapper?
Tell me inside the room, man.
I'm gonna take your shit, fuck it. Smoke on that Youngsta blood today. Bloody cup of potion, eh? Cheerio. Damn.
Shut up there.
Yeah, my boy. What is this nigga?
So, man, hey y'all, I'm finna start a GoFundMe, man, cause I know a lot of you rap niggas can't do no shows, ain't save no money, so guess what, I'm gonna come say today, I'm gonna come pay you niggas rent if y'all got somewhere to stay, I'll pay your car note, I'll pay your jewelry note so you won't get repoed. You feel me? Whatever else you renting or leasing, I'm gonna pay that 10% of what you make, nigga. I'm saving you in a crucial time, so don't think I'm trying to get over on you. Cause you don't want to get put out. That'll ruin your career. So just hit my DM, man. You know we can put it in contract. This will never be talked about.
I know I didn't think it was over with. I know I didn't think it was over with.
Well, Steph, Greg, we uncovered this large stack of indictments naming 35 people in all. Now, these are some of the men and women charged in this massive investigation led by Memphis Police Multi-Agency Gang Unit. Sources tell us since 2018, they've been building this case and used wiretapping. They say this case involves cocaine, pills, and marijuana. And sources also say these people are tied to the Memphis Mob, one of the oldest gangs in the Bluff City. Now, 3 of the people indicted are brothers. You can see them there, Bernard, Steve, and Ronnie Woods. We're told they're high up in this gang, and Ronnie and Bernard are also accused of money laundering. Ronnie was arrested in DeSoto County and brought to Memphis today. Now, all 3 are being held on a $2 million bond. Now, also in the indictments is Michael McKinney. He's facing several drug charges and money laundering. He was just arrested after police say he killed his wife in front of his 2 children in late April at Crescent Bluff Apartments downtown. His bond is now $1 million. Now, we're continuing to dig into this case, and we're trying to find out more information about the investigation. As soon as we find anything out, we're going to let you know.
All right, y'all. We back. Mother's doing a whole lot better, And believe it or not, I had tears of joy. Thanks to everybody. She's not out of the red as of yet. She had a surgery this morning that went well. Like I said, she had 3 strokes. Heart attack that led to 3 strokes. She's been up talking. She actually told everybody to go home and get some rest today. And that is a blessing. And I got a whole Kool-Aid smile on my face. And I thank y'all so much for holding me down. Like I said, we're not out of the red as of yet because we thought we was. Remember the first day, and then she had 2 more strokes. So we just gonna put it in God's hands and stay prayed up. And I feel good. So I feel so good at this moment that I think it's time to go ahead and tell y'all a story about how Govan didn't tell y'all that, and we got that paperwork too, that how about him and Black Youngsta's connection. Now, y'all have heard of Young Mob, of course. A lot of y'all know, may have heard of Memphis Mob as this video opened up. And there's some key players, if you heard about Ronnie Woods and all of that, Kingfish and Hernandez Govan called himself being affiliated or either part of the Memphis Mob. As you can see in the photos, he's saying Kingfish is the tallest one, standing behind the crowd. I think to the far right, you see Govan, of course, in the front. Well, what he failed to tell y'all is what True to show y'all. Oh, he thought it was over with in my dog voice. Laugh. Is that Black Youngsta was taken up under Kingfish's, how you say that, taken up under his wing. I haven't verified that he's his biological uncle. Quite pretty sure that he just took a liking to Black Youngsta, so that's where Kingfish lost his life at on the fateful December the 23rd, 2015, as y'all about to see in this paperwork, at Black Youngsta's grandmother's house or his mother's house, as you're about to see in this paperwork. So Kingfish lost his life over a female, over something involving female at a strip club. I'm not gonna spoil it, but this paperwork is gonna enlighten y'all about every single detail, who killed him, murder for hire. This is a murder for hire on Kingfish. And just hold on, and we're gonna read the affidavit. Now, what else I wanted to say? Immediately following this paperwork, I want y'all to do not skip this video. Like, matter of fact, let me get to it, because a lot of people got short attention span. I'm finna read this after this paperwork about what happened to Kingfish, how and all detail, and then I want y'all to listen to Hernandez Govan, Orange Mountain Quet, tell, and self-snitch on himself about what happened to Teasy. So if he's self-snitching on himself about what happened to Teasy and what Teasy did, he said Teasy was a witness to testify against him. So that means Juke was a witness. Bobby Carter had to be a witness. I don't know about Desmond Rogers, because he got clipped. He got taken out across the street from Quest's house. The morning after they found the Mercedes. So that's Bobby Carter, Big Juke, Teasy said. What about the other person of interest, the one that was shooting behind Makeda's? We're going to get back to that eventually. Devin Burns. What about Shondell Barnett? We're going to get to all that. So y'all, let me get to this paperwork so y'all can find out the very, very, very crazy situation around the murder of Kingfish. And then right after that, we're going right in. I want y'all to listen closely to Govan's testimony about him taking out Teasy, which leads us to speculate he had something to do with Juke. Now, he got some players behind him that might had a lot to lose, because I don't think he put in this work. But I think at the level Juke was and Teasy was, it was some players that he was affiliated around, Govan that is, that had something was about to be exposed if this had if it came out of court. So y'all stay tuned to J4D, the hitter, Miss Tamara, and we'll get back with y'all true back. Pay attention real close and pay attention to these photos on the board too, y'all. Very important for part 2. Let's go. True. The defendant, Raymond Muhammad, appeals his Shelby County Criminal Court jury conviction of first-degree murder, challenging the sufficiency of the convicting evidence. The Shelby County Grand Jury charged the defendant with first-degree premeditated murder for the December 23rd, 2015 death of the victim, John Kingfish Jones. At the October 2018 trial, Louise Benson testified. Louise Benson at the October 2018 trial. Louise Benson. Y'all know who Sammy Benson is. That is Black Youngsta. This has to be his grandmother or mother. Let's start over. At the October 2018 trial, Louise Benson testified that on December 23rd, 2015, she lived at 1586 Macmillan in Memphis, Tennessee, Black Youngsta's neighborhood, grandmother's house. The victim, whom she knew only as Fish, had come over to visit. Miss Benson recalled that she was inside picking up some chitlins when she heard some shooting. She said that she dropped to the floor while the shooting, which lasted a good while, continued. When the shooting stopped, she crawled to the front door and saw the victim lying on the front porch. He had been shot. A neighbor telephoned the police. Memphis Police Department, Officer Jonathan McHugh, responded to a call of shots fired at 1586 Macmillan on December 23rd, 2015. When he arrived, he observed a black male face down on the porch. He had no pulse. He wasn't breathing. Officer McHugh believed the victim to be dead. Crime scene investigators found the home riddled with bullet holes. They located a single 7.62 by 39 shell casing, aka 7.62s. Shell casing, they located single 7.62 shell casing on the sidewalk outside. MPD Detective Julius Beasley, them Beasleys, right? Caroline Mason and them. MPD Detective Julius Beasley was the lead investigator into the victim's death. In March 2016, Detective Beasley received information that the defendant would be a critical source to talk to. So he went to interview the defendant, who was incarcerated in Memphis at the time. In his first statement, the defendant said that Derek D. Murder, I think that's his alias, D. Murder, Derek Matthews, had gotten into a fight with the victim, Kingfish, Memphis Mob founder, with the victim about a week before the victim's death, and that Mr. Matthews D. Murder knew that he had to get the victim before the victim got him. Basically, they saying that D. Murder, Derek Matthews, got into a fight at a strip club over female, and that's by knowing Kingfish's. Did I say that right? Yeah. D. Murder got into a fight with Kingfish at a strip club over a girl. And by him knowing that Kingfish's reputation, this is where the shooter, the young dude that y'all put a look at, was recruited. So D. Murder knew that he had to get Kingfish before Kingfish got him. The defendant said that D. Murder, Mr. Matthews, picked him up in D. Murder's white Chevrolet Cobalt that he rode in the back seat, and that D. Murder fired shots at the victim as he was driving. The defendant told Detective Beasley that he saw the victim fall just before D. Murder drove away. Let's read that one more time, y'all. MPD Detective Julius Beasley was the lead investigator into the victim's death. In March 2016, Detective Beasley received information that the defendant would be a critical source to talk to. So he went to interview the defendant, who was incarcerated in Memphis at the time. In his first statement, the defendant said that Derek Matthews had gotten into a fight with Kingfish about a week before Kingfish's death, and that D. Murder knew that he had to get Kingfish before Kingfish got him. The defendant said that D. Murder picked him up in D. Murder's white Chevrolet Cobalt that he rode in the back seat, and that D. Murder fired several shots at the victim, Kingfish, as he was driving. The defendant told Detective Beasley that he saw the victim fall just before D. Murder drove away. Check this out. Detective Beasley said that the defendants claimed that he had been a backseat passenger in the car while Mr. Matthews shot the victim didn't sound right. So he elected to interview the defendant again, a second time. In his second statement, the defendant admitted that he was the shooter and that he shot because D. Murder told him to, and that he received $1,000 plus a cell phone in order to do it. Detective Beasley recalled that the defendant became emotional, crying, and started crying during his second interview statement. The defendant described the circumstances surrounding the offense. A couple of days after the fight at the club, this is his statement. A couple of days after the fight at the club, he told me he got to get Fish before Fish getting him. I told him, you got to do what you got to do. A week later, he told me to go pick up a steamer, a stolen car for those of you who may not know, behind Hamilton High School, and I picked up the Chevrolet Cobalt. I went to Silver Street to pick up D. Murder, and he got in the car with an AK-47 and told me to get in the passenger seat. He was the driver, and he gave me the gun when I got into the passenger seat. D. Murder told me he was going to drive to McMillan, and when I see Fish, start shooting. He drove to McMillan, and I saw Fish sitting on the porch. D. Murder told me to start shooting as we were driving by the house. I put the gun out the passenger side window and started shooting at Fish. I saw Fish fall on the porch, and we drove off. As we made it back to Silver Street, he took the gun, got out of the car, and told me to take the car to some apartments and then park it. Take it to some apartments and park it. I drove the car to some apartments on South Parkway in Barksdale. When I got there, I parked the car and walked back down South Parkway to the corner store at Parkway and Willette. D. Murder and his female friend Quita pulled up on me at the store in a gray Chrysler 2000 four-door, and he told me to give him the keys to the Chevrolet Cobalt. I gave him the keys, and he told me to keep my mouth closed and don't say nothing about what happened. I walked away and hung out at the corner store, and he drove off. The next day, he met me at Unc's house and gave me $500. A week later, he gave me $500 more. The defendant identified both D. Murder and Kingfish from a photographic lineup array. During the cross-examination, Detective Beasley testified that during the course of the investigation, he had learned that the defendant and the victim had had a confrontation over a woman at a strip club. MPD Detective Jesse Browning testified that Detective Beasley told him that the car used in the victim's murder had been dumped in an apartment complex at South Parkway in Barksdale. Detective Browning then searched the MPD database and learned that a vehicle matching the description provided by the defendant had been reported stolen on December the 18th and recovered on December the 31st, 2015, at an apartment complex on South Parkway in Barksdale. He also learned that 13 shell casings of the type discovered at the murder scene had been discovered inside the car. He relayed this information to Detective Beasley, who then asked him to review telephone records for the defendant and D Murder. During his review of the telephone records, Detective Brandon discovered that D Murder had communicated with telephone number right here, and that the number had been activated on the day of the murder. Detective Brandon ran that number in Facebook, and it came back to a Facebook profile with that profile name of Rambo Gutter, the defendant. The photograph accompanying the profile was of the defendant. Joanne Jackson testified that approximately 5:20 a.m. on December 17, 2015, she exited her home in Memphis to find that her white two-door Chevrolet Cobalt was missing from the driveway. She telephoned the police and reported the theft. Later, she was contacted by a representative from the MPD who informed her that her car was located on South Parkway. She went and picked the car up the same day. MPD Sergeant Carolyn Bryan testified that she responded to a call of abandoned car at the La Paloma Apartments on December 31st, 2015. So this is just saying they found the car and Miss Jackson picked it up. And this is just they comparing the shell casings. And this is the medical examiner saying that kingfish is autopsy. I can get it if anybody want it. By Dr. Chancellor. The cause of the victim's death was a gunshot wound to the left arm going into his chest. He had a single gunshot wound with an entrance wound on the left arm. The bullet subsequently penetrated the left lung, also the thoracic, y'all know y'all can do that, spine. So it went through his left arm, penetrated the left lung, went through the spine, as well as a pulmonary artery. So he was out of there, he bled out. And then went through the right lung and exited out his back. So that 762 tore him up and he bled out. So this the defendant chose not to testify and did not represent any proof. Based on the evidence, the jury convicted this damn fool with $1,000 for $1,000 and a cell phone as charged, and imposed a sentence of life imprisonment. The defendant filed a timely but unsuccessful motion for a new trial, followed by a timely notice of appeal. True. Now to get to it, y'all. We back.
Prior to him getting killed, I was out on bond, and so of course I wasn't communicating with nobody related to the case. At that point,
Wait though. Sure.
You saying before Dolph got killed?
No. Listen, sure, but again, being out on bond really has nothing to do with the question. What was your relationship, right? Was y'all really?
It has a lot to do with the question, because when I was out on bond, I couldn't associate with anybody of the sort if I wanted to. Conditions of the bond.
No, hey, listen. Sure thing.
But if I seen, to answer your question, if I seen TZ somewhere while I was out on bond prior to his death, then yeah, me and TZ could have had the same conversation that we've had previously. We just wasn't in communication because of everything that was going on. I didn't care to communicate with him. It was a lot of things that were done, a lot of things that were said, a lot of things happened, and things change.
I think you're downplaying like your connection to TZ for a reason. For example, TZ often posted that you are his OG. You are one of the people that he trusts the most. Teasy even said,
you know what year that was? He posted that. That was in 2000. That was in 2016 when I was going to turn myself in federal prison.
Sure. Wait.
Again, things happen over time.
No. Wait though. Sure thing. But y'all was at least close enough to where, bro, Teasy is spam posting about you, talking about, man, listen, man, when Quack come home, I'm gonna toss him the keys to a 2020 bands. You feel me? So he had that much respect, and y'all was that locked in to where I don't feel like, bro, coming home and not speaking for a few months, bro, is gonna like say, hey, like bro, like we not as close. No, y'all were still very close, right? Like that was little bro.
How can that be my little bro when his name was on the witness list?
Huh?
Hondo, you heard me. I said, how can that be my little bro if his name was on the witness list?
And he betrayed you, cool. But prior to you knowing he betrayed you,
how long do you don't know how long?
Strong friendship.
You don't know how long I knew his name was. You don't know how long I knew that, or how long I knew that information. You don't know. It's several reasons. A lot of things that Teasy may or may have not done to make me put distance between us, to make me not reach out to him when I got out on bond. When I got out on bond, I wasn't jumping at the opportunity of hanging with no motherfucker that might put me in a situation to violate my bond. Go ahead.
Wait, here. No, I'm talking about before Young Dolph's death, for example.
I just asked you that. If you're talking about before Young Dolph's death, then that was my little bro. Yeah, for sure.
Facts, cool. Y'all was locked in, right?
Yeah, that was the little homie, yeah.
All right, cool. What was your...
Do you need a loan for your business? Well, if you've been around for over a year, I'm about to show you how to get up to...
Connection to D Money and J Money.
I mean, we all grew up in Orange Mound together. They was, they were younger, a lot younger. I know their parents. Got respect for their parents. I don't know how it is in your community growing up, but the younger kids, they kind of look up to the older guys with the nice cars and the hustlers and things like that. So, and D Money and J Money were very close friends with my nephew Jacquez, and that's where basically I think the closeness of the, I guess, relationship, so to speak, because they were best friends with my nephew Jacquez.
Company or any type of money behind to stamp that last name. Now, there was a lot of snitch allegations involving Eric Govan, but when it comes to the family, you can't tell them nothing. He took risks to create that generational wealth, so no matter what, his picture will be on that wall of the Govan's household for generations. Yes, the game changed over the years.
More than 500 arrests and 100 indictments. We're learning the president has been quietly working to fight crime in Memphis. An undercover operation at play for months has netted more than 500 arrests and 100 indictments.
It started with a work of the U.S. Marshal Service some 3 or 4 months ago, followed up by an FBI effort that's been going on for the last 60 days. And those were quiet efforts because of the nature of those, of that work.
Governor Bill Lee says he met with FBI Director Patel earlier this year in Nashville and then again in Washington alongside Tennessee's U.S. senators. That's where planning for Operation Viper began. So now 11 federal departments, including the FBI, the DEA, and ATF, are part of the task force assigned to make Memphis.
Hey Kodak, what you gotta say about the Ravens, big G? I love the Ravens. Hello. Hey, what about that boy LJ, man? What you gotta tell the flock about that boy LJ, man? Yeah.
He was shot and killed in Memphis. This is sad.